What's going on, guys? It's Dan. I'm back in another video, and in this video today we're going to talk about a couple different things. Like I said, my job is still essential, so not too much time on my hands, but a little more than normal. I'm still stuck at home. So we're going to talk about joining the military in general. I'm going to tell you how I joined the military. If you guys are new to this channel and didn't know, I am a 68 whiskey for my state's National Guard. And I have gone through basic training, and I have gone through obviously IT. I am MOSQ'd or MOS qualified, and I still have some of the stuff. So on this channel that I've kind of switched over to, I'm here to show you guys some military things and give you some updates and give you some advice on how to be in the military, at least for my experience through the National Guard. I have no idea about active duty side. I can probably get some friends, but now I'm ranting, and we're going to get into this video.
Can I just speak the fucking truth? Listen here,
what you don't understand? In this video, let's talk about this, joining the military, more or less the National Guard. So your beginning processes are essentially the same. You're gonna have your entry stuff. So first you have to go talk to a recruiter. Now, even before that, you're gonna go, I would suggest, do your research. Every video that I ever watched and I ever looked through, and all the things that I did, it was do your research, do your research, do your research. And so when you go, before you talk to your recruiter, have 3 different jobs in mind. And this is actually coming from Matt Ward, who's actually a Army reservist. I think he's a warrant officer now, but when he was in his videos early on, he was saying have 3 in mind, and that will come into play later. So have 3 in mind. My 3 personally were, now let me put this in perspective. Active duty, reserve, and National Guard are all based within the Army branch of the military. But you have all of the options in the active military. You have a couple more options in reserve, and then you have a little bit less options in the National Guard, and it's just the way you do it. So because active duty and reserve are federally funded, you have more jobs, more opportunity there for the most part. But because the National Guard is state funded, they only have a certain amount of jobs available to you to take hold of. And so if you go to any of the websites, you know, from active, reserve, or National Guard, you'll see the different options you have. Now, I knew what I wanted when I first did it. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I was going to be a 68 whiskey. I didn't want to do anything else, but I still knew that, hey, I need 3, so I had combat medic. I went MP, so military police, and then I was going to do 1 more that I put down. And I think it was 11 Bravo. So I think I had like combat engineer was like the other one that was a choice. That's kind of similar to my civilian job is at the moment. So I was like, okay, yeah, that'll be good enough, you know, just for my 3. But I knew that I was not going to sign my contract unless I got a 68 whiskey. I knew it's what I wanted, so I was going to be awesome. So going and talking to your recruiter, what you have to do when you go talk to your recruiter, again, you have your 3 jobs in mind, you've done your research, you kind of know what to expect. And this essentially kind of fast tracks your time of getting into the military. So you're going to go to your recruiter, they're going to say, hey, you know, do you want to join? Why do you want to join? And you might go through several different recruiters. And you're going to have different types of recruiters. Now, there's a bunch of jokes about different recruiters and stuff like that, but recruiters have quota. They're always going to have a quota. They might tell you they do or don't. They always have a quota. And they're trying to get you into the military. Now, they're going to work with you, you know, as much as they can if you're worth their time. If you're going in there and you don't really know what you want, you know, you're kind of feeling things out, they don't need that because they have 15 other people that they're going to deal with. Now, when it comes to reserve and guard, your recruiters are going to be a little bit better for you than they would be for active. Active duty recruiters, from what I've been told at least, aren't as forthcoming with information, I'll put it that way, because they're not going to see you again. See what I mean? They're not going to see you. So whatever they tell you, if you believe it, that's on you. You're signing the contract, you ship off, you get on that bus, you're done. That's all they have to deal with you ever again. But when it comes to guard and it comes to reserve, they're probably going to see you again, because usually when you do those, you're in that state and they work in that state, and they work probably in your city or county or whatever, somewhere close enough to you. So they're probably going to see you again. Now I know for a fact that guard, because you have RASP, now I don't know, or not RASP, excuse me, RSP. I know that guard has that. I don't know if reserves have that. They may or may not. I feel like they do, but I don't want to put any words where they're not correct. But you're gonna have a gold phase when you come back from all your training, and you're gonna see your recruiter again. Even if you do split ops, you're still gonna see your recruiter, most likely, because they're most likely at that RSP doing your early on training. So take that for what you will. Let's talk about doing the things that they tell you to do. So you're gonna get all this information. The Army wants to know everything about you since you were born. Okay, they need to have all the information. Now personally, I was born with a heart defect. It was corrected, but I still needed, I got that corrected when I was 7, okay? I enlisted at 24. So still, for me, being it that long, I still had to get a waiver. Now waivers are things where if you have clubfoot to partial deafness to colorblindness, things like that, things that have already been taken and put on your medical record, they're gonna need to know that, and your recruiter's gonna need to know that. Okay, they need that information, because if they send you at the MEPS and they go through all your stuff, because they're gonna have all your information and they're gonna look into it if you need to, then you're kind of SOL, because then you're screwing yourself. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your recruiter's time. Because honestly, you just want to get to training, you just want to get training over with just so you can come home, whether you're a guard or reserve, or you can just get to your unit when you're active. So get all your information, don't lie to your recruiter. Now there's going to be, and that's going to be a lot of wind. Now there's going to be a point where they always say, recruiters always lie, and when you go up to MEPS, only say what the recruiter tells you. If it's not on your records that they're given to MEPS, then don't worry about it, okay? It's already taken care of. The recruiter's already on top of that. They're given the information that needs to be given. You put down what you are told, because your main point is to go to MEPS and get through MEPS, because you want to enlist, you want to sign that contract, you want to go. If you've gotten this far and then you want to back out, that's on you. For me, I was like, I'm trying to go, I'm trying not to waste time, let's get this done. So make sure you're forthcoming with all your information and listen to your recruiter when going to MEPS. Now I had to go to MEPS 3 different times because of my waiver. I had to get double checked. I had to do weight and height twice. Like I was gonna get taller within, because it was over a span of 30 days, as if I was gonna get taller in 30 days. They thought I was gonna get fat. I actually lost 2 pounds, so I guess that was even better. But they're gonna do all these different things. You're going through all the tests, the duck walk, the weird, all the stuff at MEPS. That's for another video. We can talk about that later. But so you've gone through MEPS. And at MEPS, you're going to sign your contract. Make sure you read through your contract. Now, whether it's the first time you're up there, or when you're taking your ASVAB and stuff, or it's the 5th time you're up there because you have a waiver like myself, go and read your contract. I read through my contract. I know I didn't have a bonus going in because I just wanted to leave, but I knew it was a 68 whiskey. I knew where my unit was because it was close enough to me, which was really, really nice. I knew my grade that I was going into, so I knew how much I was getting paid. I knew I was getting BAH. I knew I was getting all these things before I signed that contract. Now, I was excited to sign that contract because as it goes for National Guard, and I believe Reserve, I think it's only National Guard actually because we're state. For National Guard, from the time you sign that contract, that's your start date. Usually for everyone else, I know for active at least, it's when you finish basic training and then you go to your job training. From that point on, that's your time it's your in time. That's you being in the military. That's when you start. That's when your 4-year contract starts. For the National Guard, because we're 6 and 3 years type breakdown of our contracts, you're gonna have that time you sign it that day, which is gonna be March 5th, whatever. So from March 5th, 2020 till March 5th and some change, some in that vague area to, we'll just say April 2026, that's your contract. For everyone else, at least for active that I know, it's finish basic training and then your time starts, which is, it's fine. There's also a train. I live by trains. Trains. Okay, so you've done your homework, you've talked to your recruiter, you've gotten through MEPS. What is next? Well, that depends on when your ship date is. Now, for me, I had a very early ship date. I had a 30-day ship date. So I signed my contract. 30 days later, I was gone. I was already on the plane to go to basic training. For some people, they're 6 months out. They're 3 months out. They're some random time or amount of time out, and they say, hey, you're gonna go to your RSP, you're gonna start drilling with them, they're gonna get you caught up on some stuff, you're gonna get a little bit of extra knowledge beforehand, and things like that. But that still counts as time in the military, so all your military discounts, all that stuff still technically counts. You can use your tuition assistance. And I wanted to, before I end this video, I want to really hit that. So being in the National Guard, depending on your state, you'll get some type of tuition assistance. So you'll be able to use your TA, you'll have ability to use some of your discounts, things like that, and depending on your unit, if they're high speed enough, you might be able to get your CAT card. One of my buddies had his CAT card even before getting to basic training, which I thought was really cool, which was awesome. So know that you have the ability to do that. So that's what I have. That's what we've gone through. So we've started with doing your homework, choosing to join, do your homework, talk to your recruiter, listen to your recruiter, go to MEPS, pass MEPS, go to RSP, listen to RSP, learn your stuff, use your resources, get on the bus. That's your span. And for me, that took me almost 6 months. And the last 2 of those months were because of my waiver. The time prior to that was because I had to change recruiters. Now, I think I lucked out. I had a really good recruiter. He was straight. He's a straight shooter. He didn't lie to me about anything. And from who I talked to at basic training and even at AIT, a lot of people didn't have that. So I was really, I don't know if I say blessed, but I was really, really lucky to have a recruiter that was like, this is that it is. This is what you're gonna do. Be a man and just do it. No, I'm not, this is that, or, well, this might happen, or they're gonna guarantee you this. None of that. It was, hey, this is your job, this is what you're supposed to do. You have this responsibility and this responsibility. Fulfill those responsibilities and come back and be a soldier. That's what it was. So that's all I have for you guys in this video today. I hope you liked it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any more questions or anything you want me to do a video about, if I don't already have a bunch of videos coming out because all of this spare time I have, then let me know down in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video.